Hey guys, welcome to another Burn 1 video. We're doing another commentary on one of our local JP Shop tournaments. This is the finals. It's Grisaia versus Godzilla, actually. I'm joined, as usual, with Nico and Dean.
Hello.
Hey, what's up, guys?
So, I guess right before we jump in, what are your guys' thoughts about this matchup in general?
Yo, what does Godzilla do?
Good luck. All I know is...
I know, like, I've played against Johnny a couple times. I know he has, like, a non-interactive Climax, level 1 Climax combo, and his top end is also kind of neat, but, like, what does the deck do?
So it basically just, like, kind of loops level 1 combo, because, like, level 1's on gold bar.
It's on a bar, yeah.
It's
Look at 3 if you
yeah,
like,
look at 3, add
spam,
1,
yeah.
I believe, yeah. So he kind of just loops that for the most part until you get to level 3, and the level 3 finisher is basically like burn 1 or shuffle 5 back in depending on the pilot. I believe that is the marker.
Yeah, I get most marker on play, I believe.
Yeah. So surprisingly, shuffle 5 back in is a pretty good I guess finishing effect nowadays because of how like hyper compressed a lot of JP decks can get due to like the memory and like other situations with stock and stuff. So I think the top end is like pretty okay, but like the leading up to the top end, I think Godzilla's kind of lacking. I don't remember if it does anything special at 2. I think they have a green early play. Is that right, Dean?
I'm actually not fully sure. I only kind of know Godzilla cards.
Okay, well
Like,
either
I've
way,
played against it a couple times, so I...
yeah, that's basically how I feel too. But either way, I guess we're gonna find out everything here. So I guess we'll go ahead and start the match. You guys
All right.
ready? Let's see.
Let's see it.
Let's go. All right, looks like Johnny's going second there. So I actually played against him earlier in the Swiss rounds before these finals, and I actually died to that shuffle 5 back in.
I've died to that too. I have like
You've come prepared a little bit this time. Now you're just like, I know what your top end does now.
Yeah, pretty much. I ignored it because I was like, Godzilla doesn't do anything, and then I died. I was like, oh, interesting.
Okay, so you have like the best opening you can have in Grisaia, right? So
Yep.
Does he actually kill this card?
I think he was like a little confused here and didn't realize it was level 1, so I just let him know it was level 1 because I told him earlier, but I think he just missed it on there. So it's kind of a bit of a misplay there, losing the character, but I don't think it's the biggest of deals here.
That card had give something 1500 on attack.
Yeah.
So you play down the anti-heal. Do you tri-field him here?
I usually try to. I don't know if I do end up here. Oh, looks like
Yeah,
I
you do. And JC. Oh, that's a pretty good field.
That's one thing with Grisaia. It really likes being able to tri-field turn 2. So getting that +1 early on is really good. Empty gate trigger there. Or pants trigger.
Alright, so now Johnny's level 1 already. And I think if you wanted to, you can just probably still pay out all of this stock. Because like you have the 1 stock for the JC, 1 stock for the anti-heal, and then you can like brainstorm or something on your next turn, or flower stand, depending on if you already have it in hand.
We see a drop search for double combo.
Yeah, that's the combo. Is it 5 or less or 6 or less for the combo?
It should be
I think it's
6.
5.
Is it 5?
It's 5? Okay.
Well, because it goes to 6, right? It's 5 or less, and you go to 6, and it adds.
Well, the reason I ask is because in Review it's 6 or less, so that it lets you go to a full hand.
This is.
It's 6 or less. Okay.
Oh, it is 6 or less. Yeah.
It is 6 or less.
And it does look for trade.
It looks for either green characters or Eritrum, which I'm assuming is like their little organization or whatever.
Yeah, so here I actually didn't even JC here. Forget what my hand looks like here, but I think I have a way to pay out both. It's probably something like Brainstorm or Flower Event, maybe.
Yeah, probably Brains. Well, since you leveled up yellow, I'm assuming it's going to be like a combination of like Brainstorm and Flower Stand.
Or you just may bury it. Oh, no.
Yeah, I might bury it too. We'll see what happens. It's been a while since I played this match. I don't really remember what happens here.
Okay, well, there's Sachin's cooking. Salvage back, triple combo. Okay. What do you get off of this one?
I think I hit level 1, right? So I see.
Well, yeah,
I see we grab brainstorm here or something. Or oh no, get another JC.
It's a little interesting. Maybe you need to like mill your deck down or something. Is that what you're trying to go for?
Possibly. Here.
Okay, so the climax is getting buried. Okay. Grabs 2 of the cooking, and all 3 of them are in waiting room, and then the other one's in.
Yeah, he just did triple that turn.
Yeah, it looks like probably I didn't have any brainstorms in waiting room, and one of level 0 brainstorms in clock here, so kind of tough.
Double cancel is good. It means that he's still he's probably going to refresh at 1.
Yeah, looks like that's what he's going for. Pushing up the back row is it's a bit of an oof.
Sides for 2 there, goes through. I think if I remember correctly, I'm out a lot here.
Yeah, is he just side attacking your whole board?
Oh no, the other ones can actually get over this here, so I ended up
you eat that damage. Oh my goodness! All right.
Yeah.
Now, does he side here to try to push the? Oh no, you already leveled up. Okay, never mind. Yeah, he never sides here.
I can't tell. Is that level 1 that he played?
Yeah, those are 2 level 1s.
Okay. Oh, it's just a Slayer?
Yeah.
Man, maybe Godzilla is crippled.
I believe it.
Yeah, it's off color too, which is unfortunate.
I know that green has a twin drive that's not bad.
So here I'm actually able to pay out the... Was it the 3rd stock here or the 1st stock?
It is the second stock.
I mean, yeah.
It is the 2nd stock, yeah.
We'll see what happens here.
So there's the CX swapper, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah, it looks like I'm going
Okay,
to...
so it looks like, yeah, you're going to probably grab gate, and then you're going to probably play flower stand right before this. If you have flower stand, that is.
I don't know why I looked at the 2 cards. I already knew what they were.
What's the other effect on that principle?
It's top check 2 rearrange.
Oh, okay.
But I should have already known the top was Climax, bottom was the level 0 that I bottom decked earlier, because I don't believe I searched. I think I'm just trying to decide here whether I just go through with this or what.
You're just leaving it there.
It's really awkward because I have ways to salvage other stuff, but the problem is it forces me to mill those last 2 cards into nothing, so I don't get anything. It makes it really awkward.
I mean, isn't it better to because right now, if you're just slamming down a climax at this point, you're going to be refreshing 5, right? So wouldn't it be better in that case to refresh 6? Because you have 1 buried, you're playing 1, and you're going to trigger 1.
Yeah, well, the issue is my hand size is only 5 cards here, and it's absolute garbage here.
Well, the other kind of weird thing that I've seen you do is you placed one of the Sachis in the back row.
I only had one event in the waiting room.
You also well, you nuked your stock. I'm a little confused because you nuked your stock to right at the climax, right?
Because I don't have the access to the brainstorm.
No. Did we miss something? Did you hit off the event? When did that event go to memory?
It didn't hit off the event. I used it to salvage the I believe the.
No, I'm saying, did you pay out the climax with the event? Though?
No,
No.
I didn't.
Oh, okay.
It's still buried at
Climax.
this point.
Yeah, which is why I'm wondering, like, well, why did you double JC also?
Because I would lose both my 1-0s, and
But
then
is-
I
don't-
didn't
isn't
realize it
your
was going to
combo
be
2 cigarettes?
what?
Your combo's 2 cigarettes, right? Like, so do you?
If I refresh, I won't get them back.
Your JCs don't go to memory, do they?
They do go to memory. That's the
Oh,
whole
okay,
point.
never mind. Yeah. Psychonis are a cool set. You don't have to actually care about effects.
Yeah. So I get kind of lucky here because Johnny's unable to actually fill the full board here because he's playing Godzilla pretty
True
much.
struggles with Godzilla.
That's a bit unfortunate.
And the kit double cancels. Spoiler. Oh,
Wait, what
okay.
did Johnny just do there?
Twin
Twin
drive.
drive.
Oh, twin drive. Okay.
He triggered a book, so now he has hand.
It's very good. Now he has an extra climax in his hand. So at this point, how does Kid even lose the game? Well, I guess he refreshed 5, right?
Yeah.
That's a little yikes. But I think you have ways since like what?
I can
You
mill.
have,
I
like,
can mill
three
His
or
six.
four
hand
Here.
is
in
3
hand.
events,
Yeah.
Yeah, so I can mill 6
then-
here for sure.
which like isn't a lot.
Just opts to play double Musashi. Okay, well he paid it out now, so he's good to go.
Oh,
Yeah,
finally.
there should only be 4 climaxes in my deck at this point.
Man, I'm like thinking about this double JC turn and like the implications of it, right? Like you could have had JC at this point in the game with like 3 more stock, right?
Yeah.
The same selectivity on board in like the previous turns, but the difference is you'd be able to JC Musashi, which is a far stronger play. So like,
Is JC Musashi even super worth it? Because Musashi is just like a supplementary end game. I don't even know if I would care about getting these cards back to my hand.
oh, your top end doesn't do anything. That's what you've told me at least. I don't read Grisaia cards.
His top end's it's not the best, but like it has
It works very well with
it can,
like what
it can be
Grisaia is
kind of
doing.
nasty because like it can stock swap, and the other effect is also burn one, which isn't that great, but I mean like the selectivity option is nice between stock swap and burn.
Yeah,
so.
and honestly, the top end of the deck is literally just getting like anti-heals and memory is basically how the deck wants to play. And
Yeah,
abuse the
you
fact
usually
that,
just try to feel like 2 soul level 1 bombs and stuff to push extra damage.
I'm looking at this card and I'm like, JC, a single Musashi seems pretty good, right? Like, I feel like your climax combo doesn't do much, like outside of like 1 copy of it.
What? So you usually go like double or triple easily.
Burn 1, like stock swap once, double burn 1. Like, is Musashi not like higher like almost a better card at that point?
I don't know. I kind of disagree because, like I said, the game plan generally is to like in games by not letting your opponent heal, and then you get the opportunity to heal because you don't care.
Yeah. Either way, though, Johnny just ate a lot of damage.
Yeah.
He is like high 3.
So I think I have something like around, I want to say like, what is that? Probably like 12 or so cards in my deck, and there's I think only 3 climaxes left here.
Yeah, but is Johnny ready? I don't think he is. Oh, maybe he is. Those are finishers.
And does he have a 3rd? Probably not.
I don't believe he's able to get the 3rd here.
Well, he's not going to attack 2 times, so what else is he fielding?
Looks like he's just eyeing that level 1 or something.
curious he's not positioning that in front of the Musashi so far. I'm assuming he's gonna swap, but like, there's no reason to leave them alive. Okay, so he plays down drop search. Sure. And that's the twin drive, right?
I think
Yeah.
so.
Yeah, okay. Okay, yeah, so he repositions it. Okay, that's fine, it's fine. Man, I can't believe Kit's gonna not take any damage this turn. It's really unfortunate for Johnny.
So here we're gonna shuffle 5 back in. It's kind of spooky here.
Do you get to choose, or does
Yeah,
Johnny
he gets
get
to choose. I'm just showing all the characters that he can choose from, and so he's like putting garbage back in because there's really nothing to choose in my waiting room, except for like events and like other like crappy characters.
Yeah.
Real talk, with something like this, are you supposed to shuffle back in like your top end so he can like stick it to clock? Or is that too spicy?
It depends how small their deck is, right? Because if he puts it in and I level up here, it doesn't really matter, right? That he shuffled those in. Sometimes just putting in dead cards is like just as good because if they draw dead cards, it's just like.
But like here,
Hmm?
where he's trying to deal damage. Oh, do you not use the effect?
The other one is, I think he like whiffed on it, right? Isn't that right?
Oh, it's the wrong pilot.
Yeah.
And then Kit cancels because he's the best player. He could
Yeah.
never lose the locals. What is he counting for? You see that Penn and Teller? You see this guy? This guy's like, oh, let me just do some sleight of hand here to put this climax on top.
I'm glad we caught that on camera. Now everyone knows I'm a
Yeah.
dirty cheater.
You can watch him palm the
Make sure
card.
to like do the little edit with like a little Luminuti confirmed shit.
All right.
Right as you look at the top card, that'd be pretty neat. But yeah, all right. So this game is pretty much over then. Johnny's at like 3-5. Yeah,
With,
you have like
fresh deck.
Yeah. Oh yeah, and you have this finish.
Yeah, and I clock draw for the climax because it was still in my deck.
It's all ogre.
Yep.
Did you just play a Musashi just to BM?
No, he doesn't have Musashi because he didn't JC it.
You're
yeah,
right.
You're right.
I'm still
Broken.
convinced that was not a. He's gonna grab Musashi here, and then
He's gonna
whip
grab
the top deck.
Musashi. Oh no! What a bad
What? No,
player.
oh fuck. I was trying to high roll luck.
Don't you only have one card in deck? Shouldn't you know what that is?
Yeah, but why would I check when I'm about to kill my opponent?
Oh yeah, you're right. All right. Well, yeah, Johnny's like Omega dead here. Now you just stock swap him twice here, right?
Is 3 stock? Yeah, he got me.
Yeah.
The true BM.
Because then that way he's closer to refresh, so that way he has to take the mandatory burn one.
Rico's got a point. That is mill.
But yeah, I'm assuming Johnny. Yeah,
takes the
Johnny's
one.
just dead. Yeah,
Very
That's
dead,
a
it seems
lot-
there.
That's a lot of damage. Yeah, I'm guessing he probably didn't refresh super compress there. So
Yep. So there's that.
yeah,
Yeah. So wait, Dean, you're like really hung up on the Musashi, not using my JCs then.
Well, I am because so your hand is 3 2 cigarettes events, which is like the shittiest selectivity in the game. It's actually like the worst selectivity.
it is pretty
Because-
bad, but like
So you can't wait. So
Yeah.
let me. So you can't get the cards you need, right? Like, but you can probably get level 1s, right? Like you can you can reliably actually loop your combo with that. His board was like garbage cards, right? Like, did he even kill your entire board that turn?
he could kill two of them, and he left one combo up.
So you had one card living regardless. You had 3 events to try to find other copies. I mean, like I know you're like I think you did you clock draw the next turn to like force yourself down to the 2 card deck, or did you have the
No, I was left at a 2 card deck, I believe. The issue was
post
I
draw?
knew I was like basically out, so like my entire deck was just gonna be gone. That turn he starts swinging
I
in.
feel like, but like the thing is like your event had no value, right? Like your event had no value anyway in your hand. So like JCing your combo did like almost nothing for you, versus just like using the mill later. I don't know. Like I felt like JCing this card, like maybe JCing one is fine. If like you're actually scared of the deck out, but like you still had like combo on board, right? And you had the 1/1 event in hand to grab combo if you actually needed to, and you had the event. So like I feel like wasting the JCs there was like kind of bad because like I feel like I would rather use JC on a more impactful card or on like a more impactful like state of the game, right? Than like my opponent swinging with a Slayer that just like does nothing.
So the following turn after that is like I have no guarantee I'm gonna have a deck I can mill to be able to get a waiting room, and then I don't have access to my brainstorm, so I can't force like a refresh or anything.
We had the
And like
one
just having like attackers that were good and send things to memory just seemed fine for me at the time, because my hand was like absolutely nothing. Like the deck literally lives off of being able to just like JC or level 1 combo most of the time and just like looping it once or twice a game. Because
right,
otherwise
but
the
you
rest
couldn't
of
you couldn't even do that though, right? Like the next turn you had double one combo
so
and you resolved one.
yeah,
So like
because my deck was in such a horrible state. Like I couldn't resolve the other two. That's why I put one in the back row and then the other one in the front did nothing. So like my options
right.
there were like to use the event to mill for nothing, so go neg 1 to get it back by playing the climax again, or I can just take the plus off of the gate.
This deck plays a
Well,
brainstorm,
I
right?
mean, like, so
Like you had like
what would be
option of
wrong with milling the
brainstorm.
event there, or with using the event, even if it's like as a neg one?
I thought there was more.
Because you're just literally going to like at that point you could have just literally searched for 2 since you only searched for 1. So
The
like,
issue is that my hand was not prepared to do anything for my level 3 game at all at that point, because I looped the combo twice and I got nothing out of it.
You
Because
slammed down double Musashi the next turn,
you did actually just slam down double Musashi.
and then you could have JC'd that, and that would have been so powerful.
Mhm.
And you would have had so much more stock to play with. Instead, like you double JC'd this card that was in the back row at the end of the game, right? Like you double JC'd, and that card literally never saw value for the entire rest of the game.
Mhm.
Like you still have one of those. Like that was like a wasted stock and a wasted bounce back. While you could have had your top end be double, like Musashi double of the finisher, which probably
Well,
better.
would you value more if I played the Musashi because I knew Johnny was out like almost all his cards, all his climaxes at that point, and getting the 2 extra soul on top of that would be more valuable than anything else? Or do you just think that's just wrong of me to think that way?
Wait, you're saying slam down double Musashi? No, that play was fine. Double Musashi was fine. The thing I have a problem with is this turn that you went from like 6 stock to 3 because you double JC'd, right? And then your
So
board was like
so
look at what your board, like this card. One of these cards you JC'd literally has 0 value for the rest of the game. Like what is that card doing for you? And your hand was straight events that could have recurred it anyway. So like why are you saving this card? Like, and you had like another event in hand that could have recurred to. So like, and his board is garbage. His board is like a 500 power, like actual garbage card and 2 Slayers that are 5K.
oh no, I think my thing crashed. Um
These cards do nothing. Like his entire board does nothing, right? Like actually nothing. So like, I'm just confused to like using the stock there instead of saving it for like more impactful later turns. Like if you paid out the climax, I would almost say okay, but like you got to almost pay out the climax and then you just refresh 5.
s- okay, so you want me to not JC and not have an opportunity to have a hand to play the following turn if
Not
he.
have an opportunity to play. What? You're having one lane live regardless. You have a 1/1 event in hand to save your
No,
card.
I
If you
have.
deck out, your cards will go to grave. Like if you deck out your cards, go to grave regardless,
So
right?
yeah, okay. So the issue here is like what you're getting hung up on is that my deck state after that attack phase was not guaranteed to be able to have a waiting room to get anything off of the 3 events in my hand. My hand was literally 3 events plus one other card. I think it was like a 4 or 5 card hand, and then which means I have no playables. Which means
Well, wait. So here's the thing though. He has literally a 500 power attacker. Worst comes to worst, if you JC once, your board is double combo, JC killing the 500, and like that still like clears his board, and you still have 3 attackers, and you still have your JC for next turn. If like that's truly the worst thing that can happen. In reality, you somehow at some point you got that 1/1 event. You had 3 events, and I think you had a climax. Where'd you get the climax from? I don't know. You had like all of these cards, right? Like, if we go back, I wanted to see how big your hand.
Well,
is
I can't go back right now. I'm pretty sure that my hand was like 3 events, a climax, and maybe like one other card. Maybe it was the 1/1 event, or maybe I top decked that card. There we go. Let's see. No, it's not that. There we go. Let me see here.
Discussion.
Well, I mean, like, I can agree. Like, maybe this was like a bad play on my part, which is fine. It's just I don't know if I'm seeing the same outcome as you're seeing, because at this point I already know I'm basically out on my climaxes.
But you had one on top of your deck after that.
Yeah, like there's like one in my deck is what I'm basically out everything, right? So unless I got lucky and like canceled one of these attacks, I don't think I have a deck afterwards, right? Where'd my hand go? Let's see.
I want to know if you clocked through that turn. I want to know like.
So I leveled here from this attack, and then.
But I still think single JC. I don't know. The thing is like.
Okay, maybe the second JC was like being really Papega, right?
Because like.
So I draw here. I had a 3-card deck, drew. Now I'm down to 2 at this point. And the top card is Climax, bottom card's a level 0. And so, like, I can't even...
So, wait, you said... Did you clock draw, you said?
No, I didn't clock draw. I leveled up and then canceled the 3rd attack because there was 2 Climaxes left in my entire deck.
So you have a 2-card deck left. Your event's Brainstorms, is it revealed or is it sent
It's sent straight to the waiting room.
Okay. So you have the 1/1 event in hand. You have the opportunity...
So at this point,
you have 4 stock. If you play the 1/1 event, you can salvage a Brainstorm if you wanted. You play.
Do I use the event here? Let me see.
You didn't use the event.
Oh yeah. Okay. So yeah. So I could have gotten a Brainstorm here, which was probably like a way better play.
Regardless, even if you didn't, like, think about this. You JC once, you move the JC to the front row, you have 2 attackers regardless. It doesn't matter how bad your hand is, it doesn't matter what's left in your deck. I just feel like that's a more impactful turn, right? Like,
no, I
build
see
more.
it now.
You build more resources, right? Like, because like your JC is limited, like resource, right? Like you can only JC as many times as you have it in deck because they go to memory. And like wasting it on like this card that's not going to do anything, right? And like you're not even denying him reverses. Like what his deck does nothing. Like you don't care if your card dies. And like the combo you saved, it didn't even matter. You didn't even need 2 combo the next turn, right? Like you just needed something to kill a 5k. Because like his deck does nothing. Like you're not denying reverses. Like you're not doing anything with the JC. JC actually has no impact outside of preserving a card, and it's like, what is the quality of the card you're preserving? In this case, it was a card that like did nothing. Because both cards you JC did nothing because of the way you played it out.
Well,
only one can be argued as an attacker.
I think JCing one would be fine. I think the double JC, you're right, is wrong. And then I probably should have grabbed the Brainstormer. Would probably make the most sense of that play there for the 1/1 event. But then at the same time, if I don't get the Climax up, or I don't get a combo again, I think the mistake here is, even if I did JC twice, I should have just wasted an event to refresh. Is that right? No, because I put 0 events back in my deck because all the events. no, I put one event back into my deck. And then put one in the waiting room, so that resolves two of these Sachi combos, right? Is that just better? And I put a Climax back in my deck, but I don't get the selectivity off of having triggered Gate. I end up refreshing with 1, 2, 3. I refresh 5 here, right? 5? Huh. Okay. Yeah, I can agree that the second JC was like kind of a dumb autopilot-y move by me. I just don't know the following play afterwards. Is it just to play another event here and then hope to get a playable after that?
Well, I mean, you had the 1/1 event, right?
Oh
You had
yeah.
the
So
1/1
I
event, or
would
you
I
had
would
the
still have I would
like
still
worst
have
comes to
I would have the
worst, you
same
have
board except I
Arcane.
wouldn't have the 1-0 in the back row, right? Is what you're saying here?
Yeah, or
Yeah.
like, and you'd have like one more stock, right? Like,
Yeah, so I'd have
and
one
you'd
more
be able to
stock,
like use
one more
you'd be
okay.
able to use the JC later on like a more impactful card like a Musashi, right?
Mhm.
Which would have let your top end be double combo Musashi, and you could have double Musashi, still done double combo Musashi on the following turn, which is just like that. That just sounds like way better,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, yeah. You're 100% right here. Um yeah, the second JC was definitely a mistake. A huge mistake. Okay, yeah. Sometimes I think you just get tunnel visioned into this. I need to send all this shit to memory as soon as possible. Um,
Yeah.
but yeah,
Sometimes you gotta hold those memory cards. Sometimes you like hold them because they are like a limited resource, and it's like if they're not doing anything.
yeah. I just like I think at the same time, like you said, there is like no value to like deny anything versus this deck. So I think maybe in my head at the time I was thinking more of like I just send stuff to memory and just like get like decent deck.
But like, see, the problem is like sending something to memory. If sending it to memory is not doing anything, then like all you're doing is trading a resource that you can actually use for something for like
Mhm.
dude, you're like you actually just can't interact with it anymore. Like it actually has no value for the rest of the game, right?
Yeah.
Because like it's like when you send a card to memory to mill 4, like you're like, oh, that's pretty powerful, right? Like you get to like mill 4 cards
Mhm.
and get like a different card in hand. But when it's like to save like a random card on your board that's like that you could have had anyway, that's like what are you doing, right?
Yeah.
Like you weren't being gated out of that card. Like there's like almost no situation where you're being gated out of that, and where
Mhm.
like you needed it.
Mhm.
So yeah,
Yeah.
good discussion.
Yeah. I mean, it's good to have these discussions. Do you think though, is it correct to use the event here to force the refresh, or do you think it's better off just?
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't.
That depends on like how valuable the gate trigger is, and like that's like a lot of different questions, right?
Yeah, because I think at this
But
moment
like,
I valued the gate trigger a lot because I think I very hyper focus on
what do you
like
even salvage off of it?
the level 3 because I didn't I usually most of my games what I want to do is get the level 3 healer as my finishing turn, and then like if I happen to have Musashi, it's like an okay third attacker, but generally Musashi is like in my opinion weaker of the two
Hmm.
because like Grisaia's biggest game plan is like make like decent deck compression through memory and like other ways, deny my opponent from being able to heal because they can't heal without discarding like their entire hand. Every time I heal, I get a way more value out of it than my opponent does, and so it makes it so I live like longer than my opponent basically. So even if I don't kill them on the turn level 3 turn, I usually have a second turn after that.
You had like 3 memory and 2 stock. Do not tell me that you
I,
were
I
like
had I have
favorite
like
ever live.
I have like 5 memory there. But
Did you?
yeah, there's
I don't think you had 5 memory.
there's
Oh, 2
2
JCs, an
JC,
anti-heal,
anti-heal, an
and
event. Was it 2 or 3 JCs at that point? It was probably just
2
2.
JCs because you
So
double
yeah,
JC.
so yeah, I had 4.
Did you triple JC? No, because you didn't JC.
I didn't
at
I didn't JC at level 1 because I got really good.
0.
Yeah, or 0. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, at this point I'm at 4. Yeah. Okay, yeah, that was a good discussion. I'm an idiot. What it comes down to for that.
Oh no, I mean it's like slightly suboptimal, but it's like
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean, you were looking for those like
you're
extra
already the
percentages.
strongest player at our local, so what the hell? I should probably never give you advice.
You're right. Oh, did I put 2 events in memory actually? 2 1-1 events? I don't remember. Well, let's skim through this really quick. There's 1.
I don't know. I
Yeah,
still feel like
2GC,
your memory was very
Oops.
um
Not.
know,
It wasn't gonna do a lot this game, right?
right, because like, your stock was like very minimal too, right?
Mhm.
It's just like your memory
Well,
doesn't really
usually
matter.
the issue with this deck is never the stock; it's always hand size.
Hmm.
But yeah. I mean, I think that's a completely different discussion, kind of. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. The second GC was dumb. All right. Anything else worth talking about? That was basically it, right?
Nico, you have anything? Oh, Nico died.
Nico is dead.
Wait, what?
All right. I guess.
Am I dead?
Yeah, you're dead.
Oh shit!
All right. Well, I guess that's it, guys. We have some more matches. Are we gonna do those other matches though?
Oh, we can another day.
Yeah. Okay. We'll look into it more. Then I guess look forward to some other matches coming out later. Other than that, guys, we'll see you in the next video later.